Am I the a-hole for cutting my father off after he cheated on my mother? So I'm older now, but this all started when I was 13. My dad, 40M, had an affair with some random woman he met. He kept it a secret from all of us, and while I'm not sure on the exact timeline, I guess it went on for 6 to 12 months before anyone found out. Then, right after Christmas, during which he was miserable and distant, he told my mom he wanted a divorce. He'd been sleeping on the couch for about a month by then, and would go on these really long walks by himself. Later, I found out the woman he was seeing lived only about a 20-minute walk from our house, so I'm almost certain that's where he was actually going. On Christmas Day, he was gone for 4 hours when it was freezing out. That's when I started putting things together. Once he told us about the divorce, he moved in with his parents. He tried to stay in touch here and there, but honestly, he was mostly just focused on buying a new house. A few months later, he told us he'd met someone new, and immediately I was suspicious. First off, it was way too soon to be dating again, and second, he was already trying to bring her into our lives and have her play this fake, cool stepmom role. I didn't like it at all. They kept inviting us on these weird family outings, but it just felt forced and fake. Eventually, he got a house, and I hated everything about it. Whenever I'd go over, we wouldn't even do anything fun. I'd just sit around, or he'd make me help him renovate. Like, I'm 13 and you've got me helping install floors and build a deck. It just felt wrong. The final straw was about 6 months later. He brought us over and showed us these cool new rooms he'd set up for us, beds, TVs, whatever, and said we could sleep over whenever we wanted. But when the divorce first happened, we'd already talked about how we wanted to stay in the original house with our mom. So this just felt like he was going back on that. I told him I wanted to go home, and he agreed, but then had his girlfriend drive us back. My mom had no idea who this woman even was. He hadn't told her anything about the affair. So now, on top of being divorced, she finds out she was cheated on. It absolutely crushed her. She fell into a deep depression and even developed shingles from the stress. It was the worst I'd ever seen her, physically and emotionally, and I fully blamed him for it. That's when I decided I didn't want to see him anymore. I slowly stopped replying to his texts and calls, and eventually just went completely silent. That's when the guilt tripping started. He'd send these long messages trying to make me feel bad, begging, apologizing, playing the victim. And I'll be honest, some of them really messed with me. Even though I knew he was a bad person, it was still hard to completely cut that emotional cord. He's still my dad, right? But then I started learning more about what happened. Turns out this wasn't the first time. Around 10 years earlier, my mom caught him on dating sites messaging old friends. On top of that, I found out that he used to verbally, physically, and emotionally abuse her. I won't get into specifics, but when I heard what he'd done, I sat with her and cried. He was also terrible to my sister. Screamed at her constantly, made fun of her, put her down for every little thing. Just a bully. She's the only one who still talks to him, and I think it's because he's being nice to her now. Maybe because I'm out of the picture. When I was still around, he treated her like garbage too. Anyway, I recently opened up to some friends about all this, and their reaction completely threw me off. They basically took his side. Said maybe he cheated because my mom wasn't giving him what he needed, that he's still my dad, and I should love him anyway. A couple of them even said I should apologize to him for not talking to him for so long. For context, all of their dads are also kinda terrible, so maybe they're used to excusing that behavior, I don't know. So now I'm just stuck. I feel like I did the right thing, but they've got me second-guessing everything. TLDR, my dad cheated on my mom, lied about it, then tried to bring his new girlfriend into our lives like nothing happened. He hurt my mom deeply, guilt-tripped me when I cut him off, and my friends are saying I should forgive him and apologize. I'm not sure if I'm in the wrong. Am I the a-hole? Edit. Thanks everyone for the kind words, they mean everything. I'll try to answer any questions I see.